My name is Josiah Polito. I'm a physical therapist at Physical Therapy Solutions in Manchester, and today we're going to talk about correct ergonomics for trimming trees. So our first priority is just personal safety. So using personal protective equipment. So whether that's glasses or ear protection, gloves, whatever is appropriate for the equipment that you're using. So when we're thinking about trimming in proper body mechanics, cutting ergonomically, we want to try to avoid excessive strain or positioning on our neck and our shoulders and our lower back. So one option, or one way to do that is try to keep what you're trimming not much over your head, not much over shoulder height. So whether that's doing it by hand and doing the lower branches, if you're going higher branches and you need a ladder to raise yourself up, but bring the work to a level that you're not really straining yourself overhead. So proper body mechanics, we're going to start at our feet and work our way up. So starting in a staggered stance gives you a little bit wider base of support. It also allows you to kind of get a little rock with your body and use your momentum. You have to use larger muscle groups, so you're not fatiguing the smaller muscles of our shoulder and our arms. This is going to help you be able to work longer and also hopefully reduce the amount of soreness that you have maybe the next day. So we'll get started on this limb right here. We're just going to get up right next to the main branch, and we're just going to start our cut. So for limbs that are higher than what we can do by hand, if you have access to like a pull saw, we talked about earlier using a ladder, something that does not require you to extend yourself is going to be better for your back, better for your neck and your shoulders. So the beauty of a pull saw in this situation is that I can keep my hands below shoulder height. I can again use my body to get into it. I'm not using my shoulders and my arms as much, and so they're not going to fatigue out on me. And I'm going to be able to do this much longer throughout the day. So now that we've got the limbs on the ground, the next part is the cleaning up part. So this is kind of where our lumbar spine comes into play, where we want to be mindful of what we're doing with the lumbar spine. When possible, try to cut your limbs up so that you're not carrying as much weight. They're easier to manage and to move that way. You're not straining as much. Picking them up off the ground, like Shelly talked about in her yard care cleanup video. We don't want to be bending over at the back. We want to be using our legs more to be lifting. If it's smaller items, like she said, we want to be doing, you can do that golfer pickup where you're just kind of cleaning up the littler stuff. But really trying to avoid a lot of bending forward and sustained postures of being that bent forward. So good luck with your yard work, stay safe, and use some of these tips.